Hi, I'm Shen Huang. This is my project for software project management. And my project is about how design thinking can influence the approach to a project. So, what is design thinking? Design thinking is a strategy that improves the team's innovation. Design thinking is a creative way to solve problems by placing user experience at the center. Also, it considers the business strategy to increase market opportunity. Design thinking reduces overall development cost. It can simply consider as a strategy of problem solving, which is how to find a technically feasible and commercially affordable solution for the problem. Large companies like Apple, IBM, Google, Amazon, Airbnb use design thinking as their strategy to solve problems and build products. This company has outperformed by 290% in the past 10 years. Also, what's the difference between design and design thinking? Design is about building the right thing, not just a thing with a good outlook. And design thinking represents an application of problem-solving method that combines the engineering and design. The core of design thinking is human, and design thinking needs extensive collaboration. Similar to design thinking needs diverse viewpoints to see the problems. And also, design thinking needs to be hands-on and iterative, which design don't have this. So why design thinking? Design thinking is from top to bottom, which means project managers should run the project from the design thinking. Design thinking can drive business values. In the past 10 years, design-led companies make success like Apple, IBM, Google. These companies' data shows that design thinking can reduce the risk of failure. Design thinking reduces overall development cost, and the cost is not that high, which is easy for companies to use this strategy in real products. Design thinking can promote collaboration. For one team, there will be engineers, designers, managers, and design thinking is a common language that everyone can participate in. So that's why design thinking is very useful in a team. There are eight eight steps for design thinking. So first is about discovery. You should find out your customer's needs. First, you should choose a topic to help her gather data to discover the customer's needs. And then you should reframe the opportunity. From your discovery, you can look for the pattern inside your data. Now you can ask some basic questions and try to think about some assumptions. You should define what your problem is and what your problem scope is. And then you can incube from it. Try to think of the innovative ideas, even sleep on your problem. And then you should illuminate. And you have some ideas to solve your problem. Here you need to do more experiment with it and make your ideas come true. When you explore more and more opportunities, the products will come better. And then evaluate and refine the ideas. After doing some experiment, you will know the constraints and advantages of your problem, of your ideas. And then you can do a rapid prototype. You need to think big. You need to think big, which means you'd better think your problem project in detail. You need to see the feature of your product. However, you also need to act small, test small. When you test small, you can get your feedback from users quickly and refine your ideas faster. And then, after the prototype, you should deliver your product. And after the final testing, you can deliver it. And after the team approval and the test, you can launch your product. And then the lastly is iterate and scale it. According to your customers' feedback, you can evaluate your products and learn from the feedback. And now you can get the data from the feedback. Here, you will iterate it to the first step. You get more data and you have some innovative ideas which will help you discover more customers' needs. This is 8 steps for the design thinking. So then, how to use the design thinking? There are two main tools used for design thinking. The first is the Google Design Sprint Kit. It's a 5-phased framework that helps rapid prototyping and user testing in the business. And also, it encourages user-centered thinking, which will help your team under shared vision to launch products faster. This is what Google uses. And then the next is the IBM design thinking field. It's an IBM approach to apply design thinking to their projects. It's a framework for teams to form intent and deliver outcomes. Also, it's a user-centered design framework, these two tools are very useful and easy to use in real products. And first is what is the Google Design Sprint Kit? It has 5 phases. And the first is understand. In the understand phase, your team will come to think about business problems in every aspect. It's similar to the step discovery part in the process of design thinking. Google gives one example of lightning talks, which are about 10 to 15-minute sessions led by some experts in the team. In the lightning talks, the experts will present a business case, detailed solutions, and user research data. And during the talks, all team members will think about new ideas from all angles. And then, during the talks, you will have a how might we note-taking method. This is very common in Google's design thinking practice. In how might we, the team members will write down their ideas in the notes or stickers and then talk in the phase, how might we? This is the first phase called understand phase in this tool. And then in the sketch phase, your team members should think about solutions by themselves. An individual can produce innovative ideas, and then the team expands the ideas. After exploring the ideas, each team member can draw out their idea. And then we go to the decide phase. The team will have to vote to select the direction of your team. You have a lot of ideas, but you need to vote to decide which direction you want to go. And then in the prototype phase, your team will to build a small prototype, maybe a few functions or maybe some few features that potential issues can give quick feedback to help you validate your project. And then the last is the validate phase. This is critical session because you can capture the feedback from the users, and you should launch your product and then find the issues of your prototype or product. This is a Google design thinking tool. And next is the IBM design thinking field. First, you should focus on users' outcomes. The success is measured by how well we fulfill the user's needs, not the functions and features or visions. And diverse can empower the whole team. The more diverse we have, the more ideas we may generate. And also we should have the restless innovation. So think everything is a prototype will help you bring new things to an old problem. They have a design thinking loop in this tool. First is observing and then reflecting and making. So what this means, for observe, you should immerse yourself in the real world to get to know your users. You should uncover the needs, learn the landscapes, and test ideas. And in the reflect part, you should come together and form a point of view to find common ground and align the team and plan ahead. And in the make part, you should give concrete form to abstract ideas, which means you should give a prototype and to explore the possibilities, and we will get the real outcomes. This is a design thinking loop for this IBM design thinking field. And there are some very important keys for design thinking. Here's playbacks, sponsor users. Next, we will do some case studies for these four companies to see how they use the design thinking in their products. The first is Airbnb. So Airbnb use combined with artificial intelligence to improve customer management, and then they put themselves in the shoes of their customers. Like they have an example, like they change the rating system from a star to a heart. The designers decided to replace this star with a heart because they think that the users reward the service too closely with the stars. The heart, however, went deeper. This simple fact of replacing a star with a heart increased the business by more than 30%. This is a very good example for design thinking. And we should emphasize define, design, prototype, and test. This is totally a process of design thinking. And then next, the innovation at Apple. Apple is also a design think-led company. So here, in Apple, people's needs are most important rather than the business need. And they want to help people to love Apple's products. And also designers should consider the vision and functions of the products. This work is not just engineering. And also we need to build a simple, user-friendly products rather than hard-to-use products. These are the Apple's rules to get into the design thinking. And then in Amazon, the Amazon CEO Jeff has words that we have two ways to extend a business. First, you can do what you're good at and determine what your customers need and work backward. And in Amazon, they work the second role. They determine what your customer need and work back end. I want to look for innovative ways to satisfy different customers. Also, this is a customer-centric company. And in Google thinks that everyone can learn to brainstorm, and brainstorm is the basis of the innovation. First, you should know the user. In Google, they have a lot of data, so they collect user stories, emotions, and ideas from the Google service. And they will know what the user needs. So here, the first step, know the user. And then think 10 times and more. They should try to describe an idea in less than 6 words or even less. And they try to improve something like 10 times or more. You can see a lot of examples from Google's products, like the Drive, some Google's apps. And then the next is a prototype. You should build a quick prototype to answer the most immediate question. This is most important Your Google wants to like build a quick prototype and test and get feedback from user. That's all for the case studies part, and next is the reference part, and okay, that's all for my project. Thanks.